Hello, dear reader, and welcome back to the Jesus Connection. This week, I wanted to tell you something and then do something a little bit different. Um, I'm excited to let you know that the Jesus Connection has gone off to the publisher now, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the publisher to tell me what the next steps are before we move on in this process. I think that's pretty exciting. But what I wanted to do today was to share, if not my favorite, one of my very favorite stories in the book. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, just part of it, because it's very powerful to me. It's very personal to me. And my prayer is that as folks are reading the Jesus Connection, that if they haven't seen themselves in any of the other stories, that when they get to this story, they will see themselves in the person of Bartimaeus. So we're just going to jump right into the action here. With their brains on overload and their spirits dragging the ground, Jesus' followers were silent as they walked down the dusty road. Their silence did nothing to discourage others from joining them along the way, many talking about their recent healings. But soon the road was lined with people from the next village hoping to be healed. Jesus, Jesus, is that you? You, Son of David and the living God, I need your touch. A voice rose above the chatter of the increasing number of people crowding the sides of the road. Pipe down, Bartimaeus. The master doesn't have time for a beggar like you, a man next to him snapped. But it's Jesus, don't you get it? They say he can heal anyone. Come on, Bartimaeus, can't you see these men are worn out? Give it a rest, quipped another bystander. The beggar's shoulders dropped as he began to melt into the crowd. John, did I hear someone calling me? Jesus asked, stopping in his tracks. Maybe. We seem to draw a crowd wherever we go. Could have been anyone, the disciple answered. Jesus turned to one of the men beside the road. Did you hear someone call my name? Did you see who it was? May have been blind Bartimaeus. He sits out here by the road nearly every day begging from travelers, the man said, pointing into the growing crowd. He's the one wearing the tattered cloak. Quick, tell him to come to me, Jesus said, stretching up to try and see someone wearing a tattered cloak. But Master, John began, touching Jesus' arm. Jesus jerked his arm away, briefly glancing at John, then turned back to the crowd. I said, bring Bartimaeus to me. As if they were one, the crowd gasped at the authority of Jesus, then parted before him. Near the back of the group, people, a man in a tattered cloak, stopped and turned at the sound of his name as Jesus pushed his way through. Jesus, I'm here, Son of God, Bartimaeus called. He stumbled in the direction of the voice, his arms flailing about. I'm coming, Jesus. Wait for me. Jesus called out again, his voice becoming shrill in his desperation not to miss his Savior. Bartimaeus, my friend, I'm right here. What can I do for you? Jesus asked, laying a hand on Bartimaeus' shoulder. Oh, teacher, if I could only see. I know you can heal me, Bartimaeus replied, his voice trembling, dissolving into a whisper. No problem, friend. You've already done the hard part. Your faith has healed you, Jesus said, grinning all over his face. With a shake of his head and a shout for joy, Bartimaeus reached out and put his hand on Jesus's. Master, your cloak is dark. Your tunic's light. Jesus, I can see everything. Jesus, I can see your smile sparkle in your eyes. Indeed it does, and I can show you even more. Do you see that man in the cloak the color of leaves over there? If you'd like to join us, Nathaniel will walk with you, Jesus said, waiting for Nathaniel to join him and his newest follower. Join you. Join you? Are you kidding? Jesus, you gave me my sight and my life. Nothing would make me happier than to give it back to you. Dear reader, I so hope that if you haven't experienced a moment, if you haven't experienced the touch of Jesus, that you will. And if the Jesus Connection can be a small part of that, that's just way cool. But I hope that you've experienced that. I hope that you'll be out there and you'll be helping others to experience the same touch of Jesus and the same joy that comes from making a connection with him. You have a great week, dear reader. Blessings on you. Bye-bye.